If you keep attracting women that are messaging you saying, you're so inspirational, I love your content, you really motivate me, you are not attracting ready to buy clients. You're attracting people that find you inspirational, but don't see you as the one that is going to take them to where you want to be. In this video, in this episode, I'm going to show you and teach you exactly how to attract ready to buy clients that are going to click on your Instagram page or click on your TikTok page and go straight through into your customer journey. Because it's one thing having people come to your page and having people find you inspirational and having people consume your content. And it's another thing to have them actually purchase from you. Now, the first reason this happens is because they don't see you as the authority. They see you as a friend. They see you as somebody that they like to follow. They see you as somebody that brings them a lot of inspiration, but they don't see you as the gal that's going to get them to their goals. Let's say, for example, you're doing weight loss coaching, right? And this person, they want to lose weight. Maybe they're seeing your content as it's nice to have, but they're not really going to take action. And I see this a lot of the time when you are posting a lot of inspirational kind of content, when you're posting a lot about your own journey, and let me say it, when you're not selling to them, when you're not actually offering them what it is that you have to sell. And it's almost like you're expecting them to ask you, hey, what do you offer? Rather than posting, this is my service, this is how it will help you, this is why I'm the best coach for you. Sign up with me and let me help you transform. So I know I just covered like 3 different points in one go here, but I want it to be super potent, straight to action. This is what you need to change so that you can start making more sales. And the first point is making sure somebody sees you as the one that they can buy from. You don't go into Starbucks and just stand at the counter and just reel off your order, right? You wait until the person at Starbucks says, hey, how's your day going? What would you like to drink? You wait for them to offer you. And it's so similar with your Instagram. Think of your Instagram as like your storefront. If you want somebody to purchase, you have to actually show them what's on offer. You need a big fat board that shows what's on offer. And that doesn't have to be that you have individual carousel posts on your Instagram stating which services that you have, how they'll help somebody. But it needs to be so obvious. If a dream client lands on your Instagram page, let's say your friend Sally refers her friend, your client Sally refers her friend to your Instagram. Is that friend going to be able to click on your Instagram and know exactly who you serve, how you serve, what you offer, what the packages look like? Are they going to have that clear-cut option? Is there going to be a link to sign up? Is there going to be a link to talk to you? How do they get through to you and how do they actually purchase from you? And are you selling enough? That is the first point. Off the back of that as well, because you're not giving them a reason to buy, they don't move. They don't move because you're only offering one-to-one coaching for the gazillion months. They know that they can sign up at any given point. And because you're kind of posting more like inspirational, relatable, educational kind of content, and they don't see you as the authority because you're not posting authority style content, you're not posting the problem awareness that tells them why you are the best coach, and I'm going to dive into that. They see you as something that's nice to have. They don't see you as something, oh, I need to work with that person because they're going to change my motherfucking life. And you want somebody to want to work with you, not just, oh, it'd be nice to say I've got a coach, but I am ready to go all in with this person because I know they're going to help me transform. So it's a big difference energetically in how somebody perceives you from that person would be nice to have, that person inspires me, that person motivates me, to that person calls me to move. That person is the one that's going to get me to my goals. That person is the one that inspires me. And understand as well that you're not going to be that person for every single person. You're not going to be that person for everyone, right? There's going to be people that aren't going to move, and that is completely okay. You need to speak to the person, the exact person that is going to move, and that brings me into my next point of speaking only to your dream customer. When you speak to everybody, you speak to no one. When you're saying, I help you lose weight and I help you build muscle and I help you feel good and I help you improve your relationship with food and I help you build glutes if that's what you want and I help you transform your life. There's so many different things that you're speaking to, and that's okay because I fully understand you can help them do all of those things, right? You are such an incredible person. You're such an incredible coach, and it's so multifaceted. You can help them achieve every single one of those things, but you need to get hyper specific on who it is that you want to work with. Is it a woman who is an action taker, an absolute freaking go-getter? She doesn't even need a conversation. She doesn't even need a consultation call. She's ready to dive straight in. I know me personally as a buyer style, and this is going to be a whole nother podcast episode in itself, is understanding different buyer types and different consumer psychology behind buying, because it's so incredibly important to understand this. But I don't want consultation calls for people. When I want to invest in a mentor, I've already decided based on other things, such as going through their lower ticket programs, consuming their content, being in their space. I've already decided at that point, I'm going to sign up with them. I don't want to wait 3 days until they have a next slot to get on a call with me, and then 3 more days, for me to get my onboarding emails. I'm ready to go now. Send me the payment link. I'm ready to go. And that was the exact case I've just had with my current mentor. It was a 5.8K package, right? So not cheap. I hadn't had a call with her. I hadn't spoken with her. I knew based on the previous packages of hers that I've been in, based on how she speaks, based on where she's at, based on what I want for myself, the investment I perceive for myself, I was ready to go. Payment link was sent. I was in. I started consuming the content the same day. So again, I know this is a little bit off topic, but really understanding your consumer buying type and speaking to your dream customer. Because when you speak to your dream customer is coming in. And let's say you want to work with somebody who I'm just thinking of a client I have that wants to help women get so strong, right? And her niche is kind of in between powerlifting and just general strength building. She loves helping women just feel strong in the gym, perfect their form, feel fucking powerful, feel insane, feel so good in themselves, lift strong, lift heavy. That's the kind of client she wants to work with. She doesn't want to work with somebody who just wants to lose weight. And so if she starts posting about losing weight, she's going to actually repel her dream clients. And we don't want to do that. We want to be speaking to your dream client and repelling the non-dream clients. So the more you try and speak to everybody, the more you try and tailor yourself and tailor your service to everybody, you end up not actually working with the person that you want to work with. And as a byproduct of that, you end up with poor client retention. You end up not actually loving what you do. And in addition, you don't actually bring in the clients that you want to bring in, which is so important because you can't scale if you're losing clients every few weeks. You need a long-term strategy with your sales suite so that they upsell naturally from one to the other and they stay with you for a very long time. Because any form of transformation, it needs to be transformation. You can't sell transactionally. You can't sell, here's lose weight, cool, buy. Because as soon as they lose weight, they've gone. So you need them to buy into you. And how they buy into you is that you speak to that dream client, you show them where they're at, you show them where you're going, and you show them how you're going to take them along your journey with you. They buy into you because of who you are. So for example, when you're attracting clients that aren't ready to move, that are always in that state of procrastination, that are always in the state of inaction, that are always thinking about signing up but not quite doing it, they're thinking about starting the gym but they're not quite doing it, you're not speaking to the right client. You need to repel that type of client, and that comes from your content. That comes from things like activational content, where you're explaining the type of woman that you work with. It comes from problem awareness content. Let's say, for example, again, just using the strength coach for an example here, rather than saying how to perform a sumo deadlift, you're not saying that because that's speaking to your beginner client. That's not speaking to the woman who's already training hard in the gym. Instead, you need to be saying, are you getting a pinching in your hip during sumo deadlifts? This is the tweaks that you need to make to add an extra 10 kilos, right? Do you see the difference in the specificity there? Specificity even. Let's say even, you're trying to help somebody. We'll go for the relationship with food as an example here. If you're saying, I help you improve your relationship with food using this method, using my food freedom method, and it's like, and your food freedom method is, I tell you to eat chocolate when you're craving it. That isn't speaking directly to somebody because that person, your dream client, she's been told that before, but she can't control herself around the chocolate. So instead, you maybe say, You get super specific and go back. And I really recommend your dream client be someone that you've been before, right? Like, the reason I can say this is because I've been here. I've struggled with my content. I've attracted the wrong people. I've not known what to say, and I've spoken to nobody as a byproduct. So looking at your content, and let's say we're doing the relationship with food, and you're, instead of saying, I tell you that you can eat chocolate in moderation, because the person with a poor relationship with food can't fucking eat in moderation, that's her problem. You instead say, look, I understand. Everybody else is telling you to just eat chocolate in moderation, but that doesn't work for you, does it? Because the person that's telling you to eat it within moderation, they've never felt the feelings of being scrambling through the cupboards and not being able to stop, of feeling like you're in a trance, of being sat on the floor in the kitchen with your back up against the cupboard, scanning every single biscuit you can see in sight. You have to get so specific on the exact problem that she's going through and actually take her through, this is where we're going to go instead. So it's not just talking about their current problems, it's where they want to get to as well. And this is why you have to be so specific in your content. You have to literally speak to one person and one person only. Because if you start going on about, you want to improve your relationship with food, what is the outcome of that? What happens after they do that? What are their goals moving forwards, right? So continuing to promote the transformation and promote where they're going to get to. What will their life be like once they've achieved that? Not just speaking to the pain of that person, but speaking to the transformation, speaking to their desires. And when you speak to the desires and you explain to them, I see why you've not got that yet. This is the problem awareness content. This is the gap. This is where you could be, but this is why we're not quite there yet. That is your key to attracting the clients that are genuinely going to move, that are going to take action, because they don't want to be stuck in victim. But when you say you feel horrible in yourself, none of your clothes fit, you feel ugly, you feel like shit, my content is triggering you, they are going to stay stuck in that victim of like, you're right. And they're going to invest, if they do invest in you eventually, it's probably going to be 6 months back and forth in conversation before they decide to invest. And again, I say this because I've been there where I'd had like 3 consultation calls with one person. At what point do you go, that's probably a red flag that they're not ready, right? That's probably a red flag that they're not the right client for me, because I want to work with action takers that are ready to fucking go. So where are you speaking to this person that wants to stay stuck in the victim, or, they invest because they feel like you're going to save them? Because you've told them enough times, I will help you, I will help you, I will help you transform. They finally crack, they invest, and they're waiting on you to save them. And then every single other thing, they blame all of their results on you because you haven't made that content that sets that so clearly. And I really do think a lot of the issues that you have with your clients, whether it be retention, whether it be dropping off early, whether it be them not taking action within your coaching packages themselves, it's all to do with your messaging. It's all to do with how you communicate with them on social media, because that's how they perceive the service is going to be from the very, very get-go. That sets the tone. If you want somebody to take action, and if you won't take excuses, and if you're saying, I can't do the work for you, you have to let that come across in your social media. If you're saying on your social media how to lose weight fast and easy without giving up chocolate, and then when they actually join the coaching, they do have to give up a bit of chocolate, because obviously otherwise they're not going to lose weight if they're just over consuming, there's a disconnect and they're not going to feel super connected. So in your content, you have to speak to one dream person, the issues that she's struggling with, how she can get there. And this is honestly is all the content I've covered in the Embodied CEO. So I'm going to drop the link below to that, because if this is resonating with you right now, you need to tweak your content in order to attract the right person. So make sure you jump into that. Attracting dream clients and attracting clients that are ready to buy from you, in my opinion, massively comes from building connection with them from the very get-go. So let's say, somebody lands on your Instagram. Where do they go from your Instagram? Because a lot of the time I see your Instagram stories and it's like a personal diary. Here's what I ate for lunch today. Here's what I did today. Oh my gosh, the weather's so bad today. It's a personal diary. It doesn't light somebody up. And you have to always assume your dream clients are landing on your page right now. Do they know who you are and how you help them? Do you activate the fuck out of them? I was always told, like in business, that clients had to follow you for like 6 months before they started to buy. And I honestly don't subscribe to that at all, because my best clients ever have been the ones, honestly, that have found my Instagram, that have, inquired about working with me, have downloaded a lead magnet, have watched 6 of my podcasts, have joined my email list, have received my emails, have paid for an £11 offer or a cheap offer that's really low ticket, have built the trust, then gone into my mid ticket or even just gone straight up to the top into my higher ticket packages. But they've done it immediately because they're action takers and because I speak, let me emphasize this, so specifically to action takers. I speak so specifically to the woman who wants to create 10x impact in her business. And she knows it's not just the strategy, but she knows it's the mindset that she needs to do as well. She knows it's the deeper work that she needs to do. She's not interested in building a business that doesn't feel good. She only wants to do things that align with her. She's done the DM strategies before. They don't feel good for her. She knows she needs to become an energetic match to the goals that she wants to achieve, but she knows she's got those limiting beliefs that are preventing her from doing it. My content speaks directly to that one person, and that one person was me a year ago, and that's how I can speak to her so crystal clearly. And because I speak to her so crystal clearly, and I tell her, this is, I see you, I see your gap, I see where things aren't going right, I know what to give you instead. Here's where you can get to. That's why they sign up so quickly and come into my world so quickly. Because we take action around here, because we speak to one specific client. So it's about getting hyper specific on who you want to work with, making it so clear in your content who you are, how you can help her, how you can help her get to where she wants to get to, why you're the best person for her, why the way that you do it is different to every other coach, and why it's the best way to do it. And here's your results, here's your authority pieces, here's why you're the best in the industry. Boom, sign up, and this is what you can achieve with me. You have to be that punchy in your content. You have to be that clear on who you can help and how you can help them. Saying I help women lose weight is not enough. It has to be so specific. Okay. Hopefully you have enjoyed this mini episode. If you do want to join the Embodied CEO, it's in the description. I'll also have a few of my other offers in there as well. I so look forward to hearing your thoughts, and I will talk to you soon.